Mutabaruka, the stepping razor, and this is the art of war. Way on, yeah. Sing it, representing from our family. The blood of African kings run up in our veins. Here in Jamaica, rebellious offspring. Muta got a warrior spirit inside. From that time, we can't him. And this a warrior spirit inside. It come from break every shackle and chain. On the Shaka Zulu, Pitney, Nkuma, Pitney, step in the razor, Pitney, and the art of war every Thursday. Hey, look how many years them whip with. That's what the whip for one microchip with. We tell them Babylon style and fit with. War it out until we get with victory. Hey, them fight my brother and sister. When we are dancing, say we move sinister. I know we're listening, Mutabaruka. Chant the culture, chase the vultures away. Manashaka Zulu, Pitney, Nkuma, Pitney, Kunta Kinte, Pitney. It's like Malcolm and Martin and Marcus on fire. Tell us in the sea right there represent the Mutabaruka. The art of war, sure, Rastas.
When a youth fails, it's always put down to personal problems. But one cannot ignore the social system and the effect it can have on an individual. It's all about the youth. It's all about the youth. The youth them of today. Their role in this society, the part they're gonna play. It's all about the youths. The youth them of today. The future for tomorrow, they have to lead the way. Too much unemployment, too much violence and the crime. Too much of we youths are in a prison doing time. Not enough in the colleges and universities. Not enough for them to do. Not enough activities. Our youths have so much energy, so much vitality. If it's channeled in the right direction, how great they could be. But they face a lot of problems in this society. And it's supposed to be a land of equal opportunity. It's just the other day, them get to realize racism in society is institutionalized. It took the murder of a black youth to open up their eyes. Equal opportunities, is it a pack of lies? It's all about the youths, the youth them of today. Their role in this society, the part they're gonna play. It's all about the youths, the youth them of today. The future for tomorrow, they have to lead the way. Make we look into the schools, we youths now do so well. Enough of them I get suspended and I get expelled. When they finish primary school, they were doing very well. Them come out of the secondary, just about can spell. Finish primary school, they were doing very well. Them come out of the secondary, just about can spell. When it comes to sport, the youth get enough support. Athletics on the football pitch and also on the court. But then you will find, when it comes to the youth, their mind, all of a sudden some teachers don't have enough time. Our youths are as intelligent as everybody else. At school they are not really taught no knowledge of themselves. They are categorized and thrown up on the shelf. They're left with only certain choices of obtaining wealth. It's all about the youths, the youth them of today. Their role in this society, the part they're gonna play. It's all about the youths, the youth them of today. The future for tomorrow, they have to lead the way. Go to get a job that is well paid. Suddenly they find out that they just don't have a grade. Lack of qualifications can bring them misery. They have to do some packing in a dirty factory. The bosses start to talk to them like they're a little child. The youths them, they don't like it and their blood it starts to boil. Disrespect and racial insults get the youth them mad. Tell the boss about himself and where to stick his job. We need some more role models, some more black businesses. We need more black professionals and more black industries so the youths can see the reality of what they can achieve. Capable of anything, all they need is to believe. It's all about the youths, the youth them of today. Their role in this society, the part they're gonna play. It's all about the youth them of today, the future for tomorrow.
Yes, all about the youth. We want to tell the people them good day. This is the stepping razor, the art of war. We're there with you again. My brethren sit down in here, Zoff, and we see Nicholas, a whole hand. I do the same shoe come out still. But this week, may I tell you, this week, I spend my time in the courthouse by way of my mind. Because I watch two cases. The Zimmerman, may I tell you, I have to write a poem about the Zimmerman. Because you see that case there have me glued to my TV. If I yesterday man, I sit down in front of the TV till I'm ready for come and watch here. So I tell you, no, this kind of ridiculous. But we see where the case are, is like it almost don't know the jury gone in and certain things, but believe you me, Rasta, you know, sitting down there watching it is a thing. But then the next case where the next court case where it really have me to and me get annoyed, and it's most the Jamaican court case get me annoyed, is the one where last week we mentioned how the brethren Pete guilty, Jody and the daughter where it pregnant, we work a cool there and our brethren go up there and with them brethren and bust two shot her and all them way there and him get 14 years. Him and him brethren get 14 years and them get 10 years to one something and one something, but him Pete guilty. So them are claims according to the law 15 years at the maximum, but them give him 14 years, he might come out in a 10 and thing. And me don't know, British law kind of strange. Because the British law we are going for, and me don't know if me harsh, but me think say him deserve to get more than that. Me don't know what I want to say. Me think say him deserve to get more than that. Rasta. Him man shot the woman in her face, Rasta, with her pregnant belly and all him something there. Him deserve to get more than that. 14 years, and meaning me come out in a 10. You know, I mean, like, wow, man. We are going. I see him, we see live in living color, a policeman shot a man on the ground and the policeman get to it. You know what I mean? Really. Nobody not there to identify or confirm the authenticity of the video. So because there was no one there to verify the authenticity of the video, the man get to it. Even though it's a blatant, you know, I mean, seriously. So now we see a man fire two shots after that and bust it in her and are pregnant. And then now the next thing is that the law don't give credence to, for instance, now if you kill a pregnant woman, I can't do what I hear them say, if you kill a pregnant woman, the law not charge you for the baby in the woman belly, they just charge you for killing the woman. So them not take account of the womb, the baby in the woman womb were also dead too. But I think them did lenient with that case there, even though they might go by the law again. The law kind of weird in Jamaica. Believe you me, it kind of strange in Jamaica because you know the man was not charged for attempted murder. This brother was shot the daughter from Coolish. They never charge him. They never charge him for attempted murder. But I guess they attempted murder and they you know, so be careful about that talk about it because the more me talk about that, the more I get vexed to the Rasta. Believe you me, 14 years? No, sir. Me no think say that is an appropriate what them would call it now. Yeah, it's not appropriate. Believe you me, it's not appropriate. But I guess them have them law and who is we? Who is we? We just some little people around there so where if we do anything, them just do likewise. You understand? And the law is for the lawless, but the lawless seem to be appreciating more and more the law. Because the law seem to can circumvent a whole heap of things and make you walk free. Yeah, walk free. You can walk free, you know. You can have money in a Jamaica and walk free. You can know the judge and walk free. And the lawyer can be a friend of the judge. And the lawyer can be a friend of a next lawyer. Or you can just blatantly pay a man for shot a witness. And you just get to it, you understand? That's so Jamaica around the thing. Anyway, you know, so we are listening to all these arguments about the crime rate in Jamaica, speaking of shooting people and them way there. And the crime rate, really, I mean, it get away. I mean, even though we hear them have said this and that, but we still feel, me not feel comfortable. We say, well, I tell you, Jamaica start feel good now, you know, because, no, me not feel away there. I mean, the politicians, them gonna feel away there, but them friend them feel away there, but me know some of the majority of people in Jamaica don't feel away there. Now, me hear people that talk about it's poverty that cause the crime and the people them no more. You know, so I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, say poverty, you know, because poverty there a long time. I would never see them things there. When me I sit like it's a kind of more revenge killing a go on in Jamaica. People that take revenge from who did kill who or who never kill who. Because here what now? 80, I me keep saying it, you know. 80 is one of the most impoverished country on earth. 80 is one of the poorest countries on earth. And it have about 10 million people. The population of 80 is about 10 million. 10 million, which is 3 times the amount of Jamaica population. And them do have half the amount of killing, murder per year in a 80. Given that Jamaica is nearly 3 million people, 2.7, I don't know when it will stop with 2.7. But I keep hearing say Jamaica population is 2.7 million people. All right. 80 is 10 million. So you talk about give and take 9 million, 3 times the amount, over 3 times the amount of people live in 80 than Jamaica. And it is the poorest country, one of the poorest countries on earth, not in the Caribbean alone. 80 is one of the poorest countries on earth. Yet still 80 don't have the amount of criminality that is taking place. One would think that because the people them is poor and suffering and all these things that eat mud to full them belly. Yes, I have witnessed it. Them sell mud pie in the market them in 80. Mud cake. I don't know if it's cake or pie you want to call it. But what it is that them need up mud, and when you eat the mud and drink water, your belly full. People might have said, when Muta say, yes, me not talk about something I see on TV, or something I see in a cartoon, I talk about something I go in at the market, go experience. Jacques Mel, you understand? Mud pie. You buy it, eat it, drink water, your belly full. It serve you until another time. So, when me I say is that, how come the Asian them now kill off one another like how we are kill off one another, yeah, so. And them not have no job, them not have no this, them living at this and a squalor. I mean, oh gosh, man, if you ever go to Haiti and it's in Port-au-Prince, and I mean, you wouldn't believe, say, human being living at them condition there. And yet still the crime rate is less than Jamaica. Can somebody please tell me, what is this dynamics that is taking place in Jamaica? When people are telling me, say, I true the people them now have no work and I true poor, poverty I call it. Poverty can cause crime, but the extent of the criminality we are going in Jamaica, man, is beyond poverty, man. Beyond poverty. Because poverty there so from time gone. And we never see we are going in Jamaica going here, so no. You understand? So we need to really examine or revisit this concept and this idea of poverty and crime, especially as it relates to the Jamaican dynamics, because really and truly, brethren and sisters, Me not understand it. 10 million people now kill off one another like 2.5 million people are kill off one another in a Jamaica. And we keep going back and I say, poor, and people them poor and them this and them hungry, then can't get no food. So we expect a man. If a man can't get no food, we expect a man to go do. A man I got thief. Then all the Asian them no in that situation there with them one another. It's not that no crime no in a 80. No crime in a 80. But if you look on how the relationship between the what we call the population and the Jamaican population, 1,000 odd people get murdered in a year in a Jamaica. Wow. Mr. Whosoever need to really examine those cases, because you realize the examination don't fit where them tell we or where people want to claim causing the extensive murder rate. Yesterday, no youth hang himself and right. What a little 11-year-old youth hang themselves and write suicide note. You know, so some TV doctrine, some TV business that, you know, a youth left a suicide note. This is after the youth done save him liquor, most sister or brother, from doing the same thing where him come to this week, you know. So our little 11-year-old youth know say him to write suicide note and left it, and then got tired, grew up and hang himself. That's not poverty that caused that. Suicide note, a policeman shot himself. Yesterday, policeman shot himself. I guess why? A woman caused him to shoot himself. A woman caused him to shoot himself and write suicide note and say, well, right now, I got a country go kill himself. Police are drive him down for go save him. Then reach up in the district. Boom, policeman shot himself, kill himself. Frustration. Serious frustration. We need some serious anthropological study in a Jamaica. The government that talk about advisories. Them need some advisors in relationship to the way of the people. The way of the people. These politicians don't understand cultural manifestations as it relates to the anthropological studies that can give you some answers to what is stirring the people them and moving the people them to these drastic measures that they are now taking in the thing. Because we never did have it like this before. 50 years ago it wasn't like this. What are we doing now that we never used to do 50 years ago? Maybe we can do some mathematics and deduct. Maybe we can do some mathematics and deduct. Say, well, 50 years ago we was not doing that, we was not doing that. Oh, this is what we are doing now. All right. What is the effect of what we're doing now in relationship to the whole community, in terms of the family, in terms of the nation? Because the nucleus of any nation is the family. And right now the family structure get broke up in a Jamaica. You know, somebody last week, me shout out and me say, you know, me want all the mothers and fathers just take up them phone and call them youth and say, I love you. 2 times I said it on the radio. 2 days, 2 hours, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yes. Somebody call me on my phone and say, and it's a mother too, you know, a mother, not even a father call. It's a mother call me and say, well, I'm out and I tell you the truth, you know. You know, say, me hear you say something Thursday about take up phone and call your child and say, I love you. I know, say, 2 days after, me call me youth and tell them, say, I love you. And the person I go on for say, you see, when you say it, as simple as you take it, the person said them find it very difficult. They found it very difficult to take up the phone. Even though them know say at something, I know something bad me say and something really good me say, and them feel it's like a weird feeling come over them to actually take up the phone and say it. And 2 days after the woman say, she take up the phone and call her picnic and say, I love you. She said she feels so relieved and relaxed when she said, and she go in at the deepness of her heart and soul and I wonder, why she never do it when me say it. And she realized it was very difficult because it's not something she say, and it's not something she do. She find it very difficult in herself. It's not something where she say. So when she hear me say it now, she ponder it over and over and over and over. And it take her 2 days after. 2 days after for call and tell her youth say, I love you. And just relieve herself. So out of that, we understand, say, you really have people really genuinely never really said that to them picnic. And you can show love, but don't say it, but really and truly, we live in a society now where you have to say the thing, And like first time when, you have to say it now. You have to really look at your picnic and say it. See it. And if you find, say, your tongue will get twisted up or your mouth will get twisted up and you find it difficult like the lady where you can't say it, you have to really understand that there's something innately is telling you, say, boy, I really want to say it, I really want to say it. It's like you're constipated. You're constipated and you really want, sometimes you feel like you really want to go back, you really want to go back, where you go there, nothing now go on. And that happen, and at that reach a lady. So I big up this lady, big up this sister who say, Muta, may I tell you the truth, you put me in a position the other day last week, because a 2 days after me look on the youth and say, I love you, and it take me 2 days to say it. This is Stepping Razor, the art of war. Yes, Stepping Razor, the art of war. Last week we tell you, say, Bob Marley have a brand new album that was remixed, Legend. Girl near 30 million now. Yes, Bob Marley Legend album is bucking the 30 million mark. In other words, 30 million people in the world buy that album. And after 30 years, them remix this album and give it a new life. So we want to play a couple tracks from the album, remixed. This one is called Waiting in Vain. Brand new, Bob Marley, remix, Legend. Reggae still alive and well, say between now and August, September, most of the reggae artists, them is not in Jamaica. Them they all over the world. I spread this reggae. And it's still big out there, just that it not sell. It not sell. It's foreign artists, them seem to be a sell more, Them a sell more music right now, I don't know. People them decide to say, charge, Jamaica, on a switch power, man. Not we do now. On a switch power. We're going to create our own little reggae vibes. So them just gather up a group of youth, young white youth who just locked from long time and love Bob Marley dearly. And them just say, all right, go get them. And them just go out there and just sell reggae. You understand? So we need to take note of that. We hear that the police them raise the threat level, yes. This is a warning to all members who live and are work in the St. Andrew North Division that based on the latest assessment by the National Intelligence Bureau, the threat level is now being upgraded to extreme. The raising of the threat level to extreme means that the risk of attacks by criminals on police, personnel and facilities is imminent. Information gathered suggests that criminals are planning an attack in retaliation for the fatal shooting of 2 men in Carlsemuda Drive in the parish earlier this week, the police said. The police high commission is urging all members to take seriously this threat assessment and raise their level of awareness and anticipation and an off-duty. Deployments must not fall below defensive levels, and personnel should be prepared to act swiftly and decisively in defense of themselves and them colleagues. This is a note coming from the Police High Commission. issuing it reach an extreme level and all. Speaking of extreme level, it look like the J flag people them are turned straight. It look like the J flag people them are turned straight in our car. The gay people them are ball saying them not help them. It look like the gay people them on the road a plan a demonstration against. Hey, this is serious in Jamaica go on. This is serious go on in Jamaica. Who are the far that they've heard this, because J flag supposed to be the organization of gays who is searching for the rights of gays in Jamaica. Well, a couple months ago, the gay them on the street actually occupy one place and them get moved out of the place. Down a Cargill there, so, and them search for help from the J flag organization, and them never get the J flag help because the J flag people them say, boy, them are embarrass them. So the gay guys them go up at the place, go stone the office, block the road, and all these things. Gay demonstrate against gay in Jamaica. So you know, it get worse now because the police them go up at Millsboro, high big opulent area at Kingston in a Barbican there, and totally move out all of these guys who occupy the people them place illegally. But I want to tell them something, You have a from Lady Musgrave Road, you see, I'm going to tell you something. All these gay people don't have nowhere to live. From Lady Musgrave Road, the corner they saw, you see? Right at the corner they saw the stoplight there, Lady Musgrave Road, go right up to View Royal. Them have some place they saw when they have nobody occupied it. And I don't know if View Royal have anybody in there, because I hear the Prime Minister she don't live inside there. So if the Prime Minister don't live in View Royal and I see some unoccupied house out there, and like how the gay guys them get heavy chest and I want to live up to. Because they can't go back to them garrison here and them now. They've decided they're going to move uptown. Well, you have a series of empty house. I don't know if it's true. The people them start build the house when them have what them call it, the thing, oh gosh man. Anyway, the thing where people that collect money and get 10% off of their money every month rotted and never know, so the thing is going to crash. I don't remember what name, but I don't know if them people that did use the money there for build up them place there, and when it crash, them never have no more money for continue the building. So you have a whole heap of them house there in a Barbican, in a Cherry Garden, and as me I say, right round in the Golden Triangle, what them call Golden Triangle, right there, so now go up to View Royal. Maybe I'll View Royal too, you know what I mean? I mean, like, Prime Minister, she don't live in there, she live in our personal house, so me don't know. But the gay guys, them now, look like them want to attack J flag. The gay guys, they want to attack J flag because it apparently you have some defectors. Like a guy from JLP just crossed the floor a while ago. Well, not a while ago, but today he crossed the floor to PNP. I don't know if some J flag members are cross the floor and I go over to the street area where them kind of upset now with the guys them out the road, and the guys them out the road and say, hey, watch your man. We're not a straight guy, you know. Because we're supposed to help you, and not help you. So here we're going to do. We're going to march. We're going to lead a demonstration against J flag. So I think that we soon see a gay march against the gays them who operate J flag. This is serious thing I go out of Jamaica. Serious thing I go out of Jamaica. Anyway, we don't want to mention this unless we get the person on the phone who we want to talk to about which I consider a very serious issue. But as we say, we don't want to introduce the issue until we get the person on the phone, and the person who we are called the Clear in Hollywood. So you know, so it's like a 4-hour delay we are work with us. So now in Hollywood, you know, it's 11 o'clock. So we have to wait for Jai to give it a go ahead, and then we're going to talk to this person in Hollywood about a very serious issue we relate to Jamaica. Can you imagine that? We're going to talk to somebody in Hollywood about something we relate to Jamaica. How that fit? It fit. You saw here, we just wait for the call. This is the Stepping Razor, another Empress again, continuing the feminine energy in the music.
Is where I wanna be. Mama, I Ethiopia for eternity. Mama, Africa is where I wanna be. Mama, Ethiopia for eternity. Trident through the land of felicity. The people are beautiful. They all look just like me.
Yeah, this is the Stepping Razor, the art of war, you know. As we say, we're going to link with a brethren in Hollywood, you know, pertaining to a very serious issue. And it's a very unlikely issue where maybe a whole heap of people recognize it but never really take it to a level. And we see it and we are taking it to the level. I don't know if people ever notice that when you look on the television in Jamaica, especially the news reporter them, the newscast people them who are present the news, them face look extra makeup. It's like to the point of almost ugly. Like me know some of them and them not look so. You see when them go up on TV, it's like there is a feeling that you have to have some makeup that supposed to make you don't sweat because it will glow in the light on the TV and thing. And I am realizing, say, it's only black people looks up on television. Because when you look on white people and thing, and I am realizing, say, it's only black people looks up on television. Because when you look on white people don't go through that whole makeup thing to present news on television. And what now is that the people them who's in lighting and who is in makeup, them learn from the Eurocentric perspective of how you should do makeup on television and in the news system. So we want to talk to a brethren in Hollywood who is very, very, very knowing and knowledgeable about black people in relationship to them presentation on news and on television. AJ?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're the man. Good night, sir. Good day. I know it's early in the day. Yeah. All right. Give thanks, brethren, for really respond to the call and thing.
Yeah.
All right. We have an issue here where we really want to talk about because I know you're a man who into the movie industry, and we know that lighting and makeup is a very important part of the movie industry. But in Jamaica, and I don't know if it happened in America too, but it appeared to me that the people them who are doing lighting and makeup, the makeup artist and the lighting person is relating to everybody on the same level when it come on to light them to make them look a certain way. So what we find is that the black person who is presenting the news almost want to look like white people on the news, but then now them look so terrible because them is not white. Is there a way that you can actually, is there a way to make black people look like black people on television?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, okay, it's so funny. I just want to start off by saying I'm in Hollywood last 2 years, but I'm not of Hollywood.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is this. It's like, when it comes to cinema, movies, like everything else, it's all has evolved inside of what we all know to be white supremacy. You know? I mean, like straight up, it's always about a hierarchy where we know white people at the top, black people at the bottom, right? The black you are, the lower you are, the whiter you are, the higher you are, right? Now, it would seem like if you take an idea like this, that's just an idea. But the thing about it is this idea, this philosophy, it gets played out on every level. So even technically, it gets played out. Now, you might think, like, how could it get played out technically? I'm going to give you a perfect example. Like, I did this movie about 20 years ago called Daughters of the Dust. I don't know. Some people may...
Yeah, man. The Guadalupe sister, a sister from Guadalupe wrote that script.
Excuse me?
Is a sister from Guadalupe wrote that script?
No, it's a feature from the U.S., United States.
Okay.
It's called Daughters of the Dust. It's about 1990-91, right?
Yes.
It's about a black family at the turn of the century in South Carolina, the Sea Islands, they call it. Now, the thing about the black folks in the Sea Islands is they were isolated from the mainstream. So, unlike a lot of Africans who came to America, the United States, in particular North America, who then had to be integrated on various levels, consensually or non-consensually, inside of the larger body of white folks, right? The black folks in the Sea Islands were isolated because the islands didn't have bridges and stuff, and also malaria and things like that, which they were really sort of, more internal protection against. So they were basically left to themselves. So the movie is about a family of black folks who are contemplating whether they should move to the mainland or not, okay? That's the story. Now, the thing is, you're talking about a cast of at least 40 people between the moms, the dads, the children, the women, the men. And they're all very, very dark, right? So you got a film that essentially happens on a beach in the daylight with an all-black, dark-skinned cast in white dresses. Technically, this is a problem. The reason the problem is this, is because, first of all, the movie film stock itself technically is calibrated to optimize a certain complexion. Like sometimes if you've seen in movie strips, they have this picture of an Asian woman and she has a color card next to her. It's called a China doll.
Yeah.
Basically, they took the Caucasian complexion and the whole film stock is optimized to make that look good. So basically, if you fall outside of the range of that particular complexion, you automatically, even technically, are in a problem, right? So what you end up having to do is, like, if you choose a film star, you have to put additional light on black folks, right, to make them come up just to zero. Forget looking good, to make them come up with the zero, right? Now, a film star can be calibrated anywhere. Like when we looked at different film stars when we came to Jordan, we said, okay, the first film star, I always used to make a joke. I would say, my first choice for a film star would be a film star called Shaka Clone, right? The problem is Shaka Clone didn't really exist. It was something we imagined. It was an imaginary film star that had been calibrated to optimize the broad range of black people's complexions, right? Yes. So what we had to do was then choose a film stock that actually existed, that was available. There were 3 film stocks: Kodak, which most people know, Fuji, which is a Japanese film stock, and another film stock called Axochrome, which was a German film stock, right? We tested all of these film stocks, and in the end, we decided to go with Axochrome. Now, sometimes people who have seen Daughters, which a lot of people think looks pretty good, the black people look really good inside of it, sometimes they were asking the question, what film did you use to shoot this film, right? And my answer is always, that's the wrong question to ask. And what I mean by this is this. It's the wrong question to ask because, in fact, it's not about what film stock I chose. It's like, why did I choose the film stock I chose? Because, say, for example, if you wanted to get the look of Daughters, and I said, okay, the film stock I chose was Axe 250. The problem is that film stock hasn't existed for 20 years. See? The reason the question is important is because we are always functioning inside of a context, both aesthetically and technically, that did not evolve in response to optimizing us. So you're always going to be faced with making choices amongst what's available, right? Yes. The best choice for us. And then you're going to then have to fight the technical parameters of the choice you make, right, to optimize our look. So when you talk about the question of makeup, right, it's is consistent with the question of film stock, lighting, all these kinds of things. All these things evolve in response to a completely different set of assumptions around what one is supposed to look at.
Yeah.
Look like, I'm sorry. What you're supposed to look like and look at.
Yes.
It's the same thing, really.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense, or if it's too rambling or whatever.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. You see, all right. When one go to school to study lighting and makeup design, is the school taking into consideration that you have Chinese, you have black people, you have white people that is partaking in this thing, and then now teach the subject in relationship to the color complexion of the person, or it just right across the board that everybody have to look white?
Right. Well, see, a lot of times, this whole idea of having to look white, it's like there are a lot of mechanisms that reinforce this idea. I'm going to tell you, you come up with this all the time in casting. Like, if I'm trying to cast a movie, right, I write a part, and I imagine what the character looks like. I can't go look at everybody in the beginning. They have what's called a headshot, right? A headshot is just that basic, generally it's black and white, sometimes it's color, photograph of the actor, right? Now, you know, when you receive a headshot of a black actor, you have to already factor in that whatever that person looks like in that photo, they're 3 times darker than that, just as a point of departure.
Okay.
You don't even have to think about it. You know it to be true. Because at the end of the day, the actors, more or less, and I don't know how true this is in Jamaica, but it's certainly true in the U.S., right? They know that they're going to get more jobs if they sell themselves as more fair-skinned than they are if they're dark-skinned. In other words, what they're just trying to do with the headshot is just get in the door to try to get the audition. Because, you know, even if they call you back, you don't get the job. But you don't even get called to even try out or audition for a part if you've darkened in a certain amount. So what happens is it's like a moving target. Like everybody's trying to move up the color line, right?
Yes.
Now, I think it's really important. Like I said it with daughters. Like somebody told me one time, they said, yeah, you got some dark-skinned women in this film, and that's kind of interesting what you did. They said, you make them look so beautiful. And my first response is, no, you got it wrong. I'm not making them look beautiful. They are beautiful. So what I'm doing is trying to remove all the technical hurdles that get in the way of that. So it's not about moving them to something that's not true. It's about removing all the things that get in the way of the fact that they look incredible. Right? It's a different logic. And I think it's really important for us to understand, like, when we confronting, and you know, the thing about this, it's not just true of film. It's almost true of any arena that you function in as a black person. There are things that did not develop in response to our natural proclivities, how we would approach them, right? The more we participate in the space, the more we will transform that space. Like, I'll give you a perfect example, like basketball, right? Black people did not invent basketball. Hans Naismith invented basketball. He wasn't thinking about no black people when he invented it, right? But because of certain aspects of the sport, you just need a ball and a hoop to look like soccer, right? We put our energy into it. We don't just occupy that space, we transform that space. So when you look at, it's the same thing with soccer. When you look at somebody, a black person is doing things that you actually don't get points for. You know what I'm saying? You don't get points for the extra shit that Michael Jordan or LeBron James is doing when they score. You still just get 2 points. Now, because the logic that West uses is called object measure logic, sometimes somebody refers to this. Africans use what they call symbolic effect cognition. Westerners use what they call object measure cognition, meaning it's all about measuring stuff, numbers and stuff like that. The black thing is about how that thing feels, right? So if LeBron James comes down and he does a move, this incredible move that, you know, defies what the physics of a body is supposed to be doing, and then he puts the ball in the hole, he still just gets 2 points. But if you move back beyond the 3-point line, you'll get 3 points because it's a measuring thing. They say it's further back, so you're going to get extra points, right? It's why black people do better in soccer and basketball than they do in figure skating. Right? Why is that? Because in figure skating, it comes down to interpretation. Meaning, A sister can do a quadruple. She can be figure skating and do a quadruple backdrop. And they'll say, I don't like the shape of her body. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to give her a 7. I'm not going to give her an 8 or a 9 or 2. Mm-hmm. We always will excel in those arenas where it is cut and dry. Like Usain Bolt. He either got to the line first or he didn't get to the line first.
All right.
It's cut and dry. Right. There's no interpretation involved. So in those spaces, we're going to excel. In all these other spaces where interpretation comes into it, we have to occupy those spaces so that our sensibilities come to dominate what is good and what is bad.
All right, let me ask you a question here. Let me ask you a question. Why is it that when somebody's making a documentary, the person who is featured is not going through a makeup artist, but if that same person is presenting the news and the television, they have to go through a makeup artist? Why is it that an actor in the field is not being made up, but a person who is reading the news have to be made up, especially black people?
Right. Now, okay, the thing about it is I'm just projection here now because the news and movies and stuff like that are about desire. They're about desire. You see what I'm saying? So if you have a newscaster, you're trying to spin that person as the desirable object. Whereas if you're in the field in a documentary, it's just a matter of pragmatics. It's supposed to be the real. See, the real versus the desired are two different things.
Yes.
The real is what it is. The desire is us constructing what we want it to be. So if you have a newscaster or a movie actor, it's the same thing. They're going to always make them up. Literally. They're going to make them up. See what I'm saying?
Because of the desire.
They're going to make them up. Meaning they're going to push them up. This hierarchy that I'm talking about exists with the white at the top and the dark at the bottom. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. It's so interesting. I'm just thinking about it. I'm obsessed. Like for years, I was obsessed with Miles Davis, right?
Yes.
Okay. One of the things is his look. He has the most incredible look. I always say, the thing about Miles is like, he gets invited to the party, everybody gets invited to the party. What I mean by that, in Black America in the past, they used to have what they call a paper bag test, right?
Yes.
They take a paper bag. And if you were darker than that bag, you couldn't get into the party.
Yes,
right?
I see them do that.
Now, if you take Miles Davis, the whole question is, if he gets invited to the party, everybody, it's not about only dark-skinned people. Everybody gets invited to the party. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the outer limit of how dark you can be.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
it's like, that's the filter. So everybody gets to come, right? And so I would think sometimes, like, if you take Movado, the first time I saw images of Movado, I'm like, Black God. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Black God. Then I saw images of Vibes Cartel. I'm like, Black God. And then I see the movie made, and I'm like, whoa, what is this? Now, me, I think it's interesting. I'm not trying to say this shit is not interesting, but I'm trying to say that move only makes sense inside of the space of white supremacy, right?
Yes.
It only makes sense in that context. I'm not saying it's not interesting. I'm not saying he don't look good. That's for whoever to decide. What I'm trying to say, it only is an option inside of the logic of white supremacy.
Yes.
Like to me, the Michael Jackson I wish I had envisioned, I'm waiting for a point that Michael Jackson gets dark. There's a Michael Jackson in an alternate universe who is jet black. And I'm going to tell you, and not only is he jet black, he's still alive.
Yes.
Because you can't separate the two things. You can't separate moving towards understanding and acceptance of yourself in the most powerful, you know what I mean, iteration of it, and moving away from yourself. You always are going to live longer. Maybe not longer, but the quality of life is going to be more powerful, more settled. It's like Buju. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Move towards power. Move towards inclusion. Everybody, when we dark, everybody gets included.
Yes.
That's why it always has to be the marker. So even when we construct our movies, our newscasters and everything, it should always be, first of all, accept the range. We have a range of looks. It's all beautiful. But we understand if we have to make a choice, if I make Star Trek movies, the captain has to be jet black. Because if the captain is jet black, we understand any of us can sit in that seat.
Yes.
Because that's how it works.
Yeah,
If the
definitely.
captain is fair-skinned, that means 2/3 of us cannot sit in that seat. So all these things work in conjunction. So even when you see a movie that ostensibly or a newscast is not about anything, when people are making themselves lighter, we are reinforcing white supremacy.
Definitely. All right. So make I get it clear now. You're saying that to the point of even the camera, the film that you buy is totally technically designed to perpetuate the white skin.
Exactly.
The film itself is directly related to how the white person looks. So the black person is just attaching themselves to something that has been technically made to make them design themselves as white people.
Exactly. Well, actually, if you fall outside of a certain complexion range, the stock is not designed to even accommodate you. Like when I was a kid, I was born in 1960, right? The first black people I ever remember seeing on television was probably Star Trek.
Yes.
Lieutenant Uhura.
Yes.
And so I'm like 9 years old, right? And I'm looking at Star Trek because I like science fiction. I'm looking at Star Trek. There's one black person on there. It implied there's one black person in the whole universe, in fact, because you never saw anybody else black in Star Trek.
Yeah.
One black person, she got an African name, Uhura, right?
Yeah.
I could never understand. Why is she so greasy looking?
Yes.
She was greasy.
Yes.
Now, as I got older, I realized it's because of the film star.
Yes. Yes.
It's because of the film star. She fell outside of the optimized range of the film star. Because you have to make choices. Anything you do, you have to make choices.
Yes.
No doubt about it. Nothing has an infinite range, right?
Yes.
So you can say either it's going to optimize high frequency or low frequency.
Yes.
You can't do both at the same time. You got to make a choice.
Yes. Yes.
Now, so in other words, they have sacrificed what you would call, they call the mean of the image or the low end of the image to optimize the high end of the image, right? In terms of using the sound analogy. They optimize the high end, the high frequency, and they sacrifice the low frequency.
Yes.
Because we know color and light is basically just another version of sound. It's just frequency. It's, you know what I mean? It's vibrations. It's all vibrations.
Yes.
Your eye goes to red first because red vibrates at a faster frequency than any other color. That's all it is. It's vibrations. It's vibrations.
Yes.
So how you organize those vibrations, the organizing of in terms of images and stuff, color, all these things is the same thing like organizing vibrations in terms of sound.
Yes, definitely. All right.
So a lot of times, I and my peers, when we talk about how do we make cinema, movies, resonate like the music, that's always, we always come down to that. How do we make it do what the music does? Forget the story. Forget the story. Forget the narrative. Forget even the actors. I actually think you can make a film with all white people. If the vibration was right, it would be a black movie.
Yeah.
If we get the vibration right. But that only happens when we understand that every aspect of this apparatus that is given to us called cinema, from the makeup, the lighting, you know what I mean? The camera, the film stock, the type of camera, the speed of the camera that you shoot at, all these kinds of things did not evolve in response to our expressive needs.
Yes. It is
so we
part
have
of
to
the
look
white
at
supremacy.
everything and understand, first of all, it is not for us.
Yes.
It is against us.
Yes.
We have to go in understanding it's against us. Because if we understand it's against us, we can re-engineer it. See what I'm saying? You have to assume it's against you and figure out how do you make it do something it wasn't designed to do.
Yes.
Like a sampler.
Right.
The sampler was not designed with no black people in the mind, just like basketball.
Yeah.
They weren't thinking about no black people. Saxophone. Other sax. An Austrian invented the saxophone. He wasn't thinking about no black people when he invented the saxophone, right? So I like to say he invented the saxophone, but we created the saxophone. Somebody else invented basketball, but we created basketball.
Yeah, man.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. I call it immaterial invention.
Yes.
We invent stuff without actually changing the physical matter of stuff. Because when we came here and changed, we didn't have no stuff. All we had was our bodies.
Yes.
So a lot of our creativity is in the space of immaterial invention. Sound, those kind of things, you can carry those things on your nervous system. That's why we're strong in that space. when it comes to material expression, sculptures and things like that, you go to Africa, you can see it's just as rich as the music, right?
Yes.
On the continent. But it's not as rich in the diaspora. Why? Because we couldn't carry a sculpture on our back in the slave ship.
Yes.
That got lost.
Yes.
It got lost.
Yes.
But the sound, the way we talk, the way we move rhythm, all those things that are immaterial that we carry on our nervous system, we're strong men. We're super, super strong men.
Yes.
So we have to figure out how to take where we're strong and transpose those values onto whatever else we do, whether it be cinema, politics, aesthetics, philosophy. How do we translate those values to these other spaces?
Yes.
That's what I think.
All right. The last thing I want to ask you now, Stephanie Black, you see? We did a TV series together, me and Stephanie Black in Jamaica, and in focusing the camera, usually what we see them do is all a white paper in front of the camera.
Right.
Now what Stephanie did in the studio, which was like amazing to everybody in there because they have never seen this happen, is that she get a brown paper bag and put in front of the camera instead of the white paper bag. Now, I want you to explain to me, what is it that is happening in relationship to the white paper and the brown paper and as it relates to the camera in the studio?
Well, basically, that's the same thing I was talking about with the film stock. It's just that when you have an electronic camera, a camera that has a sensor, which is the electronic equivalent of a frame of film, again, that frame of film, that sensor, it has been calibrated to optimize fair skin complexion, right? Yes. And what I figured out very early was like, wow, if when you do what they call the white balance, it's so ironic that they call it the white balance, you do what's called white balance, right? Mm-hmm. In other words, since the sensor is dumb, it doesn't know, you have to put a white card in front of it, and the camera has been engineered like, okay, if you give me a point of reference, I'm going to put all the colors in relationship to what I'm presuming to be white, right?
Yes.
So when they put their cards in, you do that thing, all the electronics then align itself, array itself
to white
hierarchically based on what the engineers around optimizing a certain frequency of light.
Yes.
So in fact, what you're doing is tricking the camera.
Yes.
When you put, like, it's fun, I experiment, I used to have green cards, orange cards, all kinds of things, right? Then on the technical level, it's like if you put red, then it's going to optimize towards what you would call, it's complementary color, red. Technical term. Red is going to give you green. Red is going to give you green, which is the complement of red, right? Because basically what the camera's trying to do is subtract all the color out of whatever it is you put in front of it to make it come back to white. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's trying to really center itself in relationship to that. So if you put a brown bag, I found the paper bag is a good one because it's kind of orange, but it's not quite orange. When you put that in front of the camera, which is dumb, it doesn't know. It was just engineered to do what, it was engineered to do.
Yeah.
It assumes that's white to a certain degree.
So you trick the camera.
Technically speaking, but in some ways what it is doing is organizing the color complexion around what is assumed to be the optimal state.
Yes.
That's more of a metaphorical, but technically it kind of holds you well.
Yes. That. Well, we saw the difference in the color on the screen. We saw the difference, and it was it was amazing to everybody in the studio. And I think she said you should get it from actually. So it's like the idea of a brown paper bag as opposed to a white paper bag. You are saying that. Is actually tricking the camera into recognizing that it's not necessarily everything in there is white.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Basically, the camera assumes it's white because it's been instructed,
technically instructed,
yes. Is white, then this goes here and that goes there in relationship to that. But if you give it something that's not white, what it's going to try to do is put these other things in relationship to that thing.
Yeah.
So basically tricking the camera into doing something it really wasn't designed to do.
Brethren, give thanks. It was a really revelation to hear all these things. And now, when I look on the TV, I will recognize something that is not supposed to be there even easier now. Believe you me. So give thanks for it.
Okay.
And I hope one of them days we get to meet in Hollywood and do some work together.
Or Jamaica.
Yeah, man. Jamaica.
Peace.
Blessed.
Okay, peace.
Yeah, give thanks. Yeah, man. That was AJ from well, him now come from Hollywood, but we're talking to him from Hollywood because I'm busy at do a movie in Hollywood. Arthur. Him is a filmmaker and cinematographer. You see, now, the thing I get pissed up. Anyway, what is it is that my concern was about what I saw on my television, and I see these news reporters looking horrible, worse than people that talk about people bleach on the television, to the point of almost like the dead rise when you see them makeup and the light on them, and you know, say when you see them in real life, it's not so them stay. And what we get to find out is that, as Khan to the Brethren said, that technically the white supremacists has been injected into the technology even before it reached we. Because black people was never supposed to be sitting on television or in movies acting like how them act. So all of the film stock and everything was made and designed in relationship to how white people look. So when we as black people go up on the television, what is happening is now that the technical people is trying to design over or reconstruct black people to make the camera believe that it's white people in front of the camera. Does the lights, does the makeup and all these things, the deep makeup and the light skin makeup and the deep light, bright and shine on your eye when you're on the camera, it's all about to look like how white people supposed to look on the TV, not how black people supposed to look. So we need people in Jamaica who have the sensibility to know, say, there's something technically and intrinsically wrong with putting a young lady on the television, making she look worse than some of the data them, what we say, them say bleach, click it. When you think about this interview already, a sister called from the south of France and say she was doing a screening the other day and the amount of makeup where them put on her could have served her one whole a year. One whole a year, believe you me, just to really design her over, redesign her. And the Brethren make a good point about desire, that them put the black person in front of the TV with makeup them as part of a desire. You understand? And when you look, I mean, it's disgusting, man. It's totally disgusting. Me, I find it very disgusting. You see? And what the problem is that the people them who's doing the technical work don't even understand the depth of what the Brethren are talking about. Because they wouldn't even connect it to that. Because the Brethren say even the stock, the Kodak stock and the whatever stock them use, it start, the whiteness start from even the stock. And we have to recognize that, you know, it's not something where weird, like what kind of foolishness is that? It's not a foolish thing. Because we must remember, and the Brethren made the point, him say, look here, basketball was not intended for black people. Yet till black people come create it. Black people create basketball, and it's the same thing. That it is not the intention to be sitting on television and reading news. But now black people come and do that. But guess what? The person them in charge of the makeup in relationship to white people. So the connection is there from the camera, straight from the camera. You actually have to trick the camera. And when we talk about the brown paper bag, a lot of people might not understand what we are saying. But when you do a shoot, to get a certain light in the studio, them put a white paper or something white in front of the camera. And when you say the Brethren say, it almost make the camera view everything in front of it, based upon of that white thing. Where when we say Stephanie do, is put a brown paper bag in front of the camera. And when you look on the brown paper bag, what the brown paper bag casts, when you look back on the television, it's a total different thing. Come here, look for myself. And me I say, But this is a serious thing. Oh, me never know say that could have happened. That even the people them in the studio, I realize say, what we there, this white woman come with something where is unbelievable. It's like a magic. It's like a magic. You understand? So we have to recognize that there is move and there's ideas and there's ideas, and it all boils down to how we see ourselves as black people. You know, see, that even inside of the television, what we call it television, there is an embedded subliminal message that is being sent. Step in. Yeah, step in.
Yes, Muta, blessing.
Yeah, blessed man.
Yes, sir. Boy, I whole heap of things I hear talk about today.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you, say, right now I can tell you, I can picture one face when I sit on my TV.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, I tell you the truth. I get white.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And it goes to show, say, it's like the material what them I use, I make the people them look whiter than white.
Yes, and the brethren explain it very seriously and technically for show you why is this so.
You know, I was listening to him and really never get, you know, the fullness of it still. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, so right about now, you will give me a very good idea. Because if I did have money, all I have to do is just create a black base in our foundation, you know, and give Muta a piece of pie, you know. You understand? Well, that, you know. You know what I mean? So any guy out there who thinks about my dope thing right now, you know, just put Muta on the thing, you know.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Man, you know.
Yeah.
But I want to go back to the start of the program, right?
Yeah.
Where this brother, you know, I'm going to put it in a context where...
Which brother? Which brother?
The brother man where shoot the...
Jody, from Cool. Yeah, Jody.
You understand?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, Muta Mwanu, I just said 14 years Rasta. 14 years. A life that, you know, you're free the thing to kill, you know, you shoot with intent to kill, you know.
Well, you know, you're the last, you know. The last, him look, it's true him plead guilty, why him get 14, because he would have get 15.
You know, see, I would have laughed like Monty Perkins right about now.
Yeah, he would have get 15.
No,
but true him plead guilty, him get 14. Him get 14.
So he's an innocent criminal. He's an honest criminal. You know what I mean? So you plead guilty to the thing so them now to give you the weight of the thing where them
because you see the court the problem of going through all sort of this and that and this and that.
You know, Muta, I wonder, you know, if the law is really lawful and what part of the law is lawful.
The law empty, man, it's not full.
It twisted.
The law empty.
You see what I'm saying?
Because me watch a video, a policeman shot a youth on the ground and kill him and him get away.
Yeah, man. I was in Kingston, sit down in my car. You know what I mean? I go and do some work and I really want to come out, go do my work, you know, but me I listen to you, I converse with the DPP.
Yeah,
yes, and Sister Paula, so what she said, but me know so well then, to me, she go around the thing. She go around the thing because you can tell me now, say you have the evidence in front of you and tape, you know what I mean? Showing where the man discharges weapon, you understand, and fire, intentfully or purposely, you understand, in the man on the ground, armless man, and kill him. And you going to get clear for that?
Yeah, well,
and then them cannot use that as evidence, Muta.
They must say them can't use that as evidence because the person who take the video is not there. Them don't know who do it. So maybe the video could have been an acting thing or go on. Even though people will stand up, they substantiate where go on the video, you know. People substantiate.
Then when you look on things, when we look on my TV, I look on things that go on America, also on news.
Yeah.
And camera in the place where some people just walk in and come hold up shop and thief all kind of something. A camera hold them, you know.
And them use the camera.
Them use the camera, of course.
Yeah.
The camera is the biggest eyes out there that see everything.
Well, them install a whole heap of them now in a certain parish now. Send all in a watch here now, them have camera on the street, you know. You never know.
Well, I never know. I know that
Montego Bay
camera for Trafalgar Road.
Montego Bay have camera.
You understand, you know? Well, they need to implement some of those, bring some England and some New York style to yard, yeah? You know what I mean? Because things are going out the road.
Let me tell you something about England, man. England, you see? And this people may hear me say some things and believe, say, And where Muta get them things from here. Listen, you see in England, you can stand up. It's like how you could have stand up in a downtown Kingston.
Yeah.
All right, picture say you stand up in a crowded place like downtown Kingston, and you are your bridge in a talk in the crowd. Them have microphone in England. We can zoom in power USA and filter out everything around you.
And pick out everything what you are saying.
And just listen to what you are saying.
I believe you.
Yes.
I believe you. Because you have a daughter up in London there. You understand? And I'm gonna make me know say nothing say you can run all the traffic light and think you get
no, you can't
you
run
see
no
the
traffic
ticket
light.
come to you and I mail back.
Yeah, man, and them tell you the time when you do it.
Exactly.
Your license,
You know what I mean? So some of them things they need to come a yard too. And some of them guys they were create all kind of mayhem. You understand? Need to bring to the fore.
Yeah.
And no matter who you're supposed to be, you understand, you're supposed to be dealt with. Never going bypass on that, you know. You understand?
Yes.
Because another laughable situation is that the gear them a turn for the gear them now. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a laughable situation now because artists now say nothing about gear man again and bun this and bun that again because they realize that they have caused pandemonium.
Them get subdued, man. The artists them get subdued, you know.
I mean, the artists them get rolled up. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, so them realize that kind of lyrical content now cut it for them again. So them come off of that something there. So you look like they gear them a tongue against their own right about now.
Internal
so
strife.
I did fearful say, because I hear you say it one at a time now, say look like straight men so have to go start hide.
No,
you know what I mean?
no, we have to come out of the closet. Heterosexuals so have to come out of the closet, you know, because look more from this now, you go tell a man, say, uncle woman, you deal with it, look like you're weird, you know. What? You can't go deal with uncle woman, you're mad.
You see what I'm saying?
So you have to hide it, you know, you just have to hide your heterosexual behavior. And
now it looks like J-Flag now to really deal with what them expect to be dealt with. So them are turn against their own. Well, let them stay on their own.
Yes, sir. Give thanks, Bridget. What? I'm glad to have. Oh, hello?
No, man, me there, man.
Yeah. We have to give thanks still.
Yes, sir. We're there saying we are watch them and watch we no more.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man.
Blessed. Yeah, this is a serious thing. It's a serious thing. Yeah, man. Little more, when you walk and attack in that crowd, you have to make sure so you don't tell nobody say you're heterosexual because it's going to be very serious. Man, look at you weird when you tell him, say, boy, you're some man all a boast now about a pure woman him deal with how much woman. Little more, I have to go stop to that. That's the thing, right? That's how the thing set up. Yes. Yeah. Step in.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, Muta. Just to add to what that gentleman just said. You know, your Vibes Cartel is in a similar position right now.
You mean with what? Which part of...
In terms of the video, because in the Paula Llewellyn, I listened to your program on that they said the video had to be deemed admissible because the person who recorded the video wasn't
present.
Wasn't present. I mean, the video that claiming that they see Vibes Cartel and Lizard, whatever, shooting the guy, it would be in the same thing. The person who allegedly made that video is not maybe anywhere to be found.
Him not about.
No, because they're just using a video and they don't know who produced that video. Just like what they're saying with the policeman case, it could be altered or something another.
Yeah,
but yet still, Vibes Cartel is still behind bars and that gentleman is free.
Yeah, well, I remember I said 2 murder charge him the still, you know.
Yeah, I mean, as well the man say, the law of anti-penite, it's not full, it's not lawful.
Watch out, man, the law empty, it's not full, it's empty.
It's empty,
yeah.
Because persons just slide through and then another person, maybe a friend and links around this country or something.
Who know the judge or who know the liar, who know the judge. And
who know this and who know that.
Yes. Well, maybe Vibes Cartel, we know somebody, we don't know. Help him. Maybe somebody will know somebody will help him. You know that way there?
Okay. All right then.
Yeah, give thanks. Yes. What a terrible thing. We want to tell the people them that the Pittsburgh Nyabingi for the celebration of Emperor Haile Selassie Earth Day will be happening on the 23rd of July at Pittsburgh. That is in St. James. Pittsburgh Nyabingi Center. This is where the Bingi go and keep for Emperor Haile Selassie on the 23rd of July. Lee Tafari.
A public service announcement. Cleanliness is next to godliness.
By your bed? No. Yes, maybe have some people that use them bed as garbage still, but we want to wake up the people them to that reality, you know, that, trust me, a man will throw garbage and I say, boy, then if we go pick it up, the garbage man now have no work. I saw the mentality stay in Jamaica, you know. You throw your garbage on the ground, and when a man tell you to pick it up, you tell them about, but if you pick it up, the garbage man now have no work. I'm mad, you're mad. Keep yourself clean. Keep the place clean. If you're in an environment that is dirty, it will lead to some real serious low mentality. And sometimes, even if you don't have no money and all them things there, you know, you see, if you're around, you're clean and well, neat and tidy, trust me, man, it's a different vibration. So, that way I push, you know, cleanliness is next to goodliness. Yes. Yes, Bessie. Yeah.
Yeah, me love the program last night. Me love how you go through the kingdom, them.
Oh, you mean the Greek and the Roman and Britain and America and something like that,
Yeah, man, me never hear nobody go through it like that, man. That was beautiful, man.
Oh, give thanks, man. Give thanks.
Yes. So, I want to thank you for your service, your time, and your energy, because you provide a space where we can share thoughts and things and stimulate the mind and, you know.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
Yeah. So, I want to add a little something. You see where the Canadian defense minister come out and say, we have the technology for free energy. May I say, what kind of man of such caliber would have come out and make such statements? And not just him, a whole heap of people that come out and say we have the technology for free energy. So the people who control the world just lock down upon it and just want to just run the thing that way. So it's just something we want to put on the mind.
Yeah, well, watch out. Them have all the cure for cancer, you know. Them have all the cure for cancer already, you know. But them not let it go.
Well, them people are wicked. Them people are real devils, you know.
Yeah, man, they're evil, man. Evil.
Yeah, so more if you address the thing with the killing them, or the man them does kill all the people and just rain terrorism upon the people. They say, no matter how long you spend in a prison, you could have died in a prison, you're still going to have to address you killing your brother and your sister. You can't return from where you come from with your hand dripping with your brother's blood, and you're going to live contented, nice and fine.
Yes.
You're going to judge yourself unworthy to partake of a love, a deep love.
Yes.
You're going to have to return and clean that up. So, since you always say, if you see a thing, you as the watchman, see a thing, and you know, say
nothing. The blood upon your shoulder.
Yes.
Upon your shoulder.
Since it's on my mind, may put it now
out there.
For you to decide what you want to do. If you want to continue with the madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to move, brethren. We have to move. You have to call back. Yeah? Call back.
Yeah.
Okay. We're there with you.
Where are you allowed to smoke? While not allowed to smoke in private entities such as bars, restaurants, and sport lounges, provisions can be made for outdoor smoking in specific areas. The time by Carreras Limited is?
Yeah, the time is 3 minutes past the hour of 4 o'clock. We want to talk to our next brethren about a different subject, totally different topic. Okay, so here we go, you know. Blessed? Yeah?
Give thanks, man.
Mr. Samuels, this.
Mr. Samuels, Bird Samuels, yeah.
Attorney at law, Bird Samuels. AT, PMT, and RFT. Oh, you know, man.
What that mean?
Me don't know, because I say that. Oh, you know, man.
Wow, we know there. Nice showers are falling in the town, you know.
Oh, we're not far like in son?
What? Yeah, man.
When I get licked at the storm.
From last night, straight through.
Okay, all right. I am told that there is a committee now for deal with this reparation, the structure of this reparation thing, and next committee, because there have been many committees before now. And we now see that the CARICOM Secretariat and these people is really looking upon this reparation thing as a serious part of the whole thing. So the heads of government now is now partaking in the idea of reparation. And they will search for follow-up action towards certain things. And we hear that you are part of the organization in Jamaica that is dealing with reparation. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You have enough little islands around the place. I almost want to get strong and weed on it, you know that.
Yeah, well, St. Lucia look like one of them.
African liberation being on some islands on a serious
big thing, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you may ask, I'm going to jump the gun and go far ahead of the whole reasoning, so now. What is it that the reparation advocates is seeking in terms of reparation? All right, we know that the mama the other day get £20 million, right?
Yeah.
What is it that the group of reparation people is asking for in terms of whether it's money, whether it's goods and services, whether it's cancellation of debt? What is it that is asking? What them asking for?
Well, we're asking for against a background where the day after slavery Muta, you have 100% unemployment, and the slave owners got them £20 million. We say we can calculate what the debt owed to us should be, because we have to have a measuring stick. You can't pay a man for him, a man rape his mother or other things. So there are some things that just money can't pay for. But we can look back and see, for example, if we calculate the £20 million, and there are people who have calculated what it is worth today in British pounds is billions of pounds.
Yes.
We can't have a yardstick to go by, because we have to have some measure that we go by. When that figure is a known figure, I don't have it, because it was converted and updated to today.
I hear Mr. Henry mention it the other day, the calculation,
Right. But it's not when that way divide the amount of people in Jamaica and every man going like farm a line and get that money in their pocket.
Yeah.
Because that's where it bling out.
Yeah.
That's our view.
Yeah.
It has to go back into education, build more schools. It has to go into health service, make, people, poor people can go and become lawyers and doctors because education becomes free, because we have been, education has been so behind, and therefore the social services, education, health, and all those things, those sectors, will bring them up to first world.
Yeah. All right. So all right. Now, make us say, for instance, make us just use a bar as a figure. Yeah. All right. So all right. Now, make us say, for instance, make us just use a bar as a figure. Make us say we get $1 billion.
Yeah.
Who going oversee that $1 billion? The government.
No, Muta, you put one on the stand, that's a serious thing.
Yeah, but you put people on stand all the while, so we are asking.
Muta, it can't just go so. We can't put it in the hands of political leaders.
Yes. So who are going to oversee it? That may ask. Who are going
Miguel, if it go the way that I know you, Muta, know some of people that like it, got the amount of gunshot fire over that. So that look very, very backward when we don't fight over it.
But we never did get it.
Yes, yes, you know what I mean? So it has to be channeled in these social services. So, Muta, you see, before you get the money, sometimes for sure demand the budget so that we know how it will spend. So I would say we'd have to democratize and put out there to the people where it should go, and have the people vote on it. You get a motor?
Yes.
Because even in your household, if you bring more money, should it go there or should it go there? Decision making. It should be a democratic process as to how much go to education, how much go to Portmore get more hospital, so and so get their hospital. Things like that would have to be voted on by the people.
Yes.
Not in the parliament.
A referendum.
Yes. Right. That is how I would like to see it. Now, I'm not speaking on behalf of the Reparations Commission for that, That's Bert Samuel's view.
Yes. All right. So, let me ask you a question now.
Yeah.
Oh, you see cancellation of debt as part of reparation, the cancellation of all debt that is supposed to be owed and occurred by so-called third world countries.
Whoa. No, Muta. if you as the father walk out of the house and don't live up to your responsibility, and the children have to go around and borrow back money from you, well, you have to cancel all those debts. Those debts are to be, I don't want to call them debts, because we are in this situation, well, we squander it ourselves, but we are in this desperate situation, because a lot of people don't understand, Consider tomorrow morning we get freedom and we're all slaves, and we have 100% unemployment in Jamaica. How can we ever think that we could ever become a developed country if that is where it starts?
Yes.
And if slavery starts us there. No employment.
Yes.
And the people who have the factories and own Cayman Estate and all those places, they get big money put in their pocket and carry to England, and it has been traced, Muta. The families in Jamaica that own slaves, when they got that money, they don't spend it in Jamaica, and they brought it to England, and it is traceable what they did with it. And most of the industries over there have been built from that reparations paid to the planters.
Definitely.
So we can trace it.
So you
that's it. You can go on the internet and find out who own the ship them that bring us here.
Of course, yeah, man. But when I say no, you that see cancellation of debt as part of the whole reparation thing? The
calculation of the debt has to be done, because we're not just talking. And we're not looking for apology only. We're looking for payment.
All right. How realistic is these demands? What do you think? You think it's realistic for really tell England to look at this?
Put me and you under a tree 400 years ago, and slavery gone 200 years now. And me I look at you and say, Muta, you feel we can get freedom here, sir. And a man pass and say, boy, I think we can even go on ourselves in a whole live if we get freedom. I think, this reparations argument, the freedom argument was as seemingly difficult at one time in Jamaica. 200 years is not a lunchtime in a Muta.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
So when we under the tree 100 years before it free up, some of us felt we can't get the freedom and we can't handle it and we don't get it. So I look at reparations in that kind of way. That there are some things that face us sometimes that look like
dismal.
But we can't do it, my brother.
Well, I remember when his uncle Rasta did that talk about reparation. And now we see heads of state that talk about reparation. So it's a far way if you have from Rasta to heads of state.
Intellectual.
Yes.
I take it up now. Yes, it's a progression.
Everything is possible, man. If you just continue and pursue it. All right. So which part the committee reach now? Where now?
All right. We are 1.5 years old. We have been supposed to make a recommendation to the Parliament, because the way we see it is the state that has to make the claim against another state.
Definitely.
Right. That's how it normally goes. And so we're supposed to make the recommendation to the Parliament and say how it can be done so that the Jamaican state can make the case against the European state in Britain. That is the ideal way in which it is.
All right. So the Bob of them didn't make a claim and said it to the Queen, and the Queen said, why, it's not fair. She didn't have nothing to do with it because that was something at the past, and at that time it was legal.
Yes, no, that is the argument. And I did straight her affidavit too when she did counter one time. We served it on her and that. But one of the arguments that she tried to say is that our ancestors do it, and slavery was legal at the time. But you have certain things, Muta. Rape cannot be legal no time in the history of man.
No, definitely not.
You have certain crimes that cannot be legal at any time in the minds of right-thinking people. So this argument that slavery was legal in Jamaica don't hold, because crimes against humanity cannot at any time be entertained as being legal, at least certainly for civilized people. So you have to be really uncivilized to say that when I held you as slave, that was legal. That comes from an uncivilized mind.
Yes, of course. and the mama them who make the claim from Britain about all these atrocities that was done to these Africans.
Castration.
Tortures and all that. One would never know that this civilized country known as Britain was partaking in all these atrocities. And them have to admit it in court. They admit it.
Yeah. But hear the argument now, Muta, because them think them smart, What they say now when we start knocking on the door now and say, our time, they say, listen, the people that we give the money to, were the direct people who suffered. And you know Muta and Berta come to about this. Only it's just the descendants of those people. Them people that dead and gone, so we don't have money for pay.
Yeah, but we can show them residues of this psychological enslavement that has been perpetuated from that time until now, which almost seems worse.
Well, you know, the bleaching is one thing. Everybody want to look like Queen Elizabeth color.
Mm.
And the psychological, they know the psychological, Muta, when it suits them, you know, they know how to talk about suffering, you know, and what they go through, you know, when it suits them. There's no novel approach. We don't have to invent no new argument to justify our case, you know, Muta. It's just that them don't feel that black people are human beings, you know. Deep down, them don't think we are human beings, you know.
Yeah. Well, in America, we was 1/5 of a human being. That's why they never vote.
You know, a guy get up in the House of Lords about 20 years ago during the reparations debate. And you know what him boldly said? A white guy get up in the House of Lords in England and said, listen, in this debate, you see, you people don't realize that Africans are very forgiving people, you know. So they don't really want any reparations from us, you know. They have suffered, but they are by nature a very forgiving people.
Suffering and smiling.
You believe that?
Yeah, I believe it, of course. I know it happened. We're suffering and
some
smiling.
of us lead them to think that, you know, bring. Don't forget that, you know, Moses.
Yeah. They not see the dress-up slave, them a walk up and down about the place, man.
They real Muta, you know, my son's a bus stop it, and here Elfast, it, another Elfast. We don't like work with black people, you know. We love white, if I work with white people. You know, I hear that yet?
Oh, you mean if you hear that, man? You still hear that all over the place.
All right.
We just talked a while ago to a man in Hollywood about how... Yeah. But even in the film itself was created and designed to maintain white supremacy. So, you know, I mean, really, you know.
That's subtly, everybody thinks them stick you up with a gun and take a whip and go over here and enslave you, you know.
No, man.
The camera in the man's hand is a tool of enslavement, you know.
Yes. All right, so, tell me about where the government, them in the Caribbean, I said, now, who is this government? Because we know, the St. Vincent, Regine Gonzalez was always...
Gonzalez, the Antigua, that's the two spearheaders, you know, because Gonzalez had said long ago when he come on campus and had spoken, I mean, the launch of Becker's book, he had said that he's prepared to host it. So that's what I'm saying, you know, some of these islands are really far out there, you know, Muta, and respect due to them, man, you know, because you know what it is when you stand up as a state and talk something that when cause Europe, them start look at you and start cut off aid to you.
Yes.
Stifle you. And that is why one island can't do it.
Yes,
that's because
come together.
Because between you and I, Muta, sometimes them want to vote on certain things in the United Nations as a bloc.
Yes.
So we have to understand how we're going to juggle it, because they want certain things, and if we don't join together, we're not going to do it. So, you know, when cricket come out, the West Indies, you know, the Englishman play better than we, you know, when it just comes, you know. And now when we join together and form the West Indies team, a force to reckon with. So I think when we come together in this way as one force, because the experience is similar. Because the British won the whole of the British. Well, we name the British West Indies, you know.
Yes.
Or the English-speaking West Indies. It means that we are the slaves for the whole of them up there.
Yeah.
So I welcome this move, and Gonzalez and the Prime Minister of Antigua as men who put it on the agenda, and it got unanimous support in CARICOM.
Okay.
Now you have some issues in Amuta that a man feels bad not to support it, you know.
Yeah. And this is one of them.
When this is one of them. We want the same take action on it now.
Yeah, this is one of them. This is one of the issues then where man would feel bad if him not really deal with it.
Yeah, man. It has to be done. It has to be done.
All right.
The ancestors really, you know, not pleased that with how we just keep the thing quiet for so long, though, you know. You don't think that they're happy with us, you know.
Well, we you know, slowly but surely, like the turtle, you know, but we know that the turtle did win the race still because the rabbit dropped asleep on the road. Trim feet them fast.
In burn out.
Yeah, so, you know, where the turtle just go on linger until the thing comes. So we're confident, even though sometimes it look dismal, but we're confident, you know them way. So we're going to continue the journey, and we give thanks. Say you are continuing the journey too, you know them way. Yes.
And the young people, you know, because when we leave the scene, I want the younger ones to know that we are passed the baton to them.
Yes.
It may not happen in my time. Is that Martin Luther that? It may not happen in my time.
It's
but we'll get there.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Give thanks, brethren.
I'm a brother. Respect.
Yes. Attorney at law, Bert Samuel, part of the Reparation Committee. We want to read a press release here from this committee. It say, CARICOM, head of government of the Caribbean community, CARICOM, on the final day of their 34th regular meeting, agreed on follow-up actions on the matter of reparations for native genocide and slavery. The meeting agreed to the establishment of a national reparation committee in each member state with the chair of each committee sitting on a CARICOM reparation commission. The heads of government of Barbados, chair, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Haiti, Guyana, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago will provide political oversight. The decisions were taken following presentation by member states led by St. Vincent and the Grenadines and their unanimous support of the roadmap. Chair of the community, the Honorable Kabla Persad Bassier, Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, at an end of meeting press conference at the Hilton Hotel, described progress on the subject and a very positive outcome. So, and it goes on and on still, but this is the gist of the whole thing, and we're glad to say that it gone now to the head of states, and this is what we have been clamoring for years. We have been clamoring for it, and now we say, yes, it has come to fruition, and we love the idea. This is the stepping razor, the art of war. Here goes.
What to grow and grow what to eat. Nobody tell them about the countryman them feed with. Eat what to grow and grow what to eat. Not tell them about the rice and know it. We have to plant it up because the sign of it. It's cold if it's a beer where I can not sit up on the corner. Oh, we are chill. I just guess it can be down here. I last week we said so my great for your milk. Police got it down but we plant it back still.
And that we are push on the program, you know, tell you, and that we are push. Yes, step in. Step in.
Yeah, Muta.
Blessed.
Yeah, man, more touch on a religion topic today.
The religion topic?
Yeah, man.
We talked about that last night, Bridget. We want to talk about what we are talking about right, yes or no. Believe you me, because a period that we talked about last night, we don't want to go back to that.
Never catch you last night.
Yeah, I mean, you never catch me. Never want you catch me. I tell you what we do last night, and not because you never catch me now, we have to go repeat something now what we did do last night, because everybody else who did catch me did hear it. You understand? So
no, my you may come with news still.
No, you may say no. Wait till Wednesday night. We talk.
Wednesday night?
Yeah, Wednesday night we talk about that. You understand? Because we don't want to repeat the program here so right now. Except for the music. All right, give time. We want to big up the Calabash restaurant, you know, our restaurant as it should be called. Yes. Coconut, and that we are work with. Coconut. Don't let them tell you no foolishness. Coconut oil are the best oil. I show them the why we use the one thing. That's why they might tell you about coconut oil like this and coconut oil like that. Coconut oil. The rest of them didn't know that for a long time. I saw the ital it going on. If you have coconut in the ital, no ital. Yes. Nobody tell you about no rice and no wheat. Trust me. Yam and cocoa and dasheen and banana. Nobody tell them about the countrymen them eat what to grow and grow what to eat. Not tell them about the rice and no wheat. We have to plant it up because the sign of it. It's cold if it's a beer where I can not sit down for no corner. Both we are chill. I just yesterday we did 100 yamil. I last week we sent some hybrid for yamil. You don't want to talk about 100 yamil. Trust me. no rice, no flour. Especially Jamaican people, they love to have white flour, white rice, and white this and white that. Move.
Thought-provoking.
Why you look the brethren who say Muta looking at my cell phone here, so let me show you something. And the brethren live a even deal, him not no whole heap of land, guess what now? Him just look on a little piece of land around the back of the yard and him go so boom, dig it up and plant it. And so when him done to that, him say, "Chow, me have too much of all the land here look so big, appear grass." No, him just go so boom, and just cut the land in half and just so boom. And so when him look, cucumber, sweet pepper, pop chow, and the brethren have farm up the back of the yard. Sweet. So you will say no. You know if you have no whole heap of land, you know. Because when you plant something, you say all them sweet pepper there. Trust me, I say, brethren, continue doing what you are doing, because believe you me, government wants to see them thing there. We are promote that. That we are promote now. The youth them, here one now. Too much high gland, Rasta. Too much high gland. Get to a rubber tire. Throw some dirt tonight. Sweet pepper tree grow in a rubber tire. Yes. Yeah, we're born the fast food. Fast food kill you quick.
The supermarket fits a national crisis.
Short your life. Like a cigarette. Let go the cigarette. When I come talk about someone who wants space to come smoke with a cigarette. Look how long time Rasta man has smoke and they never give him no space to smoke it. Trust me, no space to smoke cigarette. In public spaces, I'm glad to them pass alcohol, man. Believe you me, I'm glad to them pass alcohol. Trust me, Jamaican people too terrible. All over the world, them have a lot of Jamaican people that come go and like say, why the government get wicked, you know, them know how to smoke. The man never saw them must smoke a cigarette, you know. Him say, no smoking in public spaces.
I guess I'm a number one. We don't play two like them other station. We don't play two like them other station. We run the nation.
Yeah. We want to tell you know that the Rastafari Studies Initiative, Institute of Caribbean Studies, Mona Campus presents Still Coming Out of Slavery, Indigenous Knowledges and the Revisioning of Aboriginal History in Australia, a lecture by Dr. Victoria Greaves. And this will be taking place at 6 p.m. Friday, July the 12th. You know, say I forgot this. Yes. N1 Lecture Theatre. All are invited. I will have to reach here, so yes. This is about the Aboriginal people in Australia and the atrocity that them got through. So this is a lecture at the university this Friday at 6 p.m. about Aboriginal enslavement. Okay, so are you over there now? Are you over there? Are you over there?
Surely go to waste. Got to think about survival. Let's do this in a haste. Plant some trees. Food crisis on the horizon. Plant some seeds. Plant it in and out of season. Plant some trees. It's time to start the mission. Plant some seeds.
Yes, a little youth called me last night and me I tell you, him touch me. Can I remind me, say, him book me one time and him asked me, so tell me something, Muta. What you think, say, what you think we should do in terms of upliftment? And him say, go read some book. And him say, from them time there until now, him not stop read. And him garner so much information, so him I give thanks. Well, you know, sometimes people say, why the radicalness of this thing when Muta push, it kind of too radical. What do you know? We need some radical move. And you see, like how we did we have pushed the reading, and so we have pushed the farming, you know, the planting, you know, and the Minister of Agriculture, I don't know if we have to give you 1 cent. Because we know what to do. We know what to do, and we know how the radio stay, and we know how the power of the radio stay, and you can't talk to them talk like more. People don't trust, you know. But me know, say, when they hear stepping rays or cutting edge, I come through them ears in them house, them now lock off them radio. And when we say read, man just read. When we say plant, we know so the youth them start plant. Because I say all them tune now, them tune is about where we are say plant. So you know, songs just plant. And you see the more songs we are say plant, is the more it's seeping at the psyche of the youth them, and the more the youth them hear the thing, and the more it generate certain fullness. So you see all joy little son, you know, little more joy little son, I go plant, you know, and joy, I go tell them, say, don't dirt up your hand, and I'm going to say, Mummy, where you talk? But you know, your Muta say plant. Then oh, you eat so much, you not plant nothing. You know, see it. So little more, you just look like the Trinidad and them, because them say the fattest people them in the world. Them say, Trinidad have some of the most fattest people in the world. So, we should say the people that get fat in Jamaica, we don't really want the more fat people, we want healthy people. So, we are looking at all the youth, them and I say, youth, here we know, find little ground and plant. You understand? Because the more you plant, and the more we eat our own thing, and the less we have to go depend on people. Because you see America now, America gone. America gone. And we know we have to depend on ourselves. So, and that we are push. And the brethren say, plant some tree, plant a tree. Recently we talked to Freddie McGregor, and Freddie McGregor said, boy, Muta, I tell you the truth, you know, too much grass in my yard, you know, and no food, no there, you know. So here Freddie McGregor does know. Freddie McGregor just dig out to my land and just plant some vegetable in it. And that we are talking about, you know. And that we are talking about. Freddie McGregor just say, Muta, boy, I dig out some of the grass, you know, and I just pop chow and thing me a plant in it, you know. So, I don't know, you don't have no big land. All from the front of your yard. It looks sweet when you have all sweet pepper and pop chow in the front of your gate, you know. Believe you me. You're not surprised when you know so nobody in our teeth it. Trust me. We'll surely so I big up Freddie McGregor in the way there and know say Freddie McGregor say, look your Muta, believe you me. We are plant. No matter how the thing small, we are plant the thing. So you know, some of the grass have to go. The youth are even there, him show me upon him phone. Some cucumber and some pepper, sweet pepper when plant, and me I say, but wait there, then other one I go like I say it can't work. It can't work, man. You have to just put your brain straight and you have some motivation. So we have to motivate the youth them. Yes.
Politicians don't have the answer. We change them every time. Even though we made the change, things remain the same. Will they tell us the truth? IMF is not the solution. We need this revolution. We live and lost the truth. We control our destiny. The only solution is production and the science of self-reliance.
The only solution is production and the science of self-reliance. That is the highest science, self-reliance. From last year, we have pushed that junior. From the start the program, we have pushed that junior. And we still have pushed that junior because yes, it has so we wanted to say, and a damn thing that we are working on a program, yeah.
Yeah. Just a message to the youth, man.
got to find a better way to survive. Things get expensive. If we don't take this time, how will we stay alive? Increased food prices. I use the better wife. Vikings, I've come to take a shot in the garrison. I must see how the youth come a live. Every man I walk with a shop, so them up. Hunt for the food, them nothing.
R.E.M. Thought-provoking. Always smoking. Lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Mutabaruka.
I refer my number one. We don't play two like them other station. We don't play two like them other station. We run the nation. Side of the thing. Just a message to the youth, man. We got to find a better way to survive. Things get expensive. If we don't take this time, how will we stay alive? Increased food prices.
Yeah, the message is in the music. The music. The message is in the music.
I must see how the youth come and live. Every man I walk with a shop, so them up. Hunt for the food, them not think positive. Them claims that the only way to survive is to rob and steal. Instead of you are sitting on a bed for your fight now. Come and push out in the field. Remember me the tell them. Me tell them to farm. Them a farm food. I promise you the farmer just them out for them banana flip. You know see them down for the wrong tool. If I give me the tell them. Me tell them to farm. And them a farm food. Me tell them what's up until it's silent. Tell me same blood of wine and it can't cool. You have some big lazy man outside road them. Always a boast for them man. When you see them a tell them hustler. Me never hear them on for your job. My grandmother come from market. The whole of them have them eyes for not work. Me never want help to plan the time, but for the money from it them more up. Remember me the tell them. Me tell them for farm. Them a come food. I promise you them farmer just them out for them banana flip. You know see them down for the wrong tool. Tell you me the tell them.
Yeah, the brethren tidal, they must say, but they tell them for farm, but them a farm fool.
Me tell them what's up until it's silent. Tell me same blood of boil and it can't cool.
The message is not the music. The message is not the music.
Spread from you going on the field and a plant up the machine. But Mr. Babylon a plant for your bed from you sit down for street side of Isle of Machine. So tell me why you're ready now. You're ready to be a nuisance in the scheme. You left the mother dog and she a born and a bread can't just let people things wanna feel. And remember me the tell them. Me tell them for farm.
Well, I mean, I tell you, it's a sin for you eat 3 times a day and not plant nothing, man. It's a sin. Mr. Radcliffe, you should arrest them. Them yam too much and not plant nothing. Watch your smoker, yo.
Vikings, I've come to take a shot in the garrison. I must see how the youth come and live. Every man I walk with a shop, so them up. Hunt for the food, them not think positive. Them claims that the only way to survive is to rob and steal. Instead of you are sitting on a bed for your fight now. Come and push out in the field. Remember me the tell them. Me tell them to fight.
R.E.M. Thought-provoking. Always smoking. Lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Mutabaruka.
Yeah, man, I see you. I bet you never know there's so much food tune about the place. I bet you never know there's so much food tune about the place. Yes, the message of God there. And that is what we're here to do, to deliver a message to the people, them. And Mr. Minister of Agriculture, you don't have to pay me nothing. You don't have to know me. You don't have to look for me. You understand? But we are trying to motivate something where we know, say, you can do. Because we know, say, boy, right now, we done a twist around and a turn around the thing. And the thing's simple. The thing's simple, you know. Yes. So, yeah, may I big up all of the youth them out there who know, say it's important. That is the message where we are carrying out here so now. It's something where they want to get involved with. Just out of me, just doing it because it's just something to do. You understand? Instead of you sit up on the car and rub in your hand miggle and I walk up and down with a cup. You know much thing, hey, are the sweetest thing for plant or something, and then when you see it coming out, you have all a cucumber, it's like you know everyone eat the cucumber when you see it, you know. You look on all that sweet pepper and it take a couple weeks well to come. And then when you look on the tree, you see the big red something there on the tree, I say, wow. Yeah, man. Trust me, man. Trust me. It's a food war we are fighting, you know. Yes. Food war.
In a food war, there's no action flour. All you have is food. With from the beginning. Time for them through agriculture. Sustains economy. Clothes and skirts. Jamaican food. Versus USA. Fast food. Food. Genetically manipulated seeds and animal genes. Incorporated. Yeah, but you want a thing name. Beef potato, I really pork tomato. Yeah, man, have them things to do. I'm not going to them foods. They rasta, behave Messiah beans to higher. But I can store with all the seeds, cars, years, ganja, stand up, face off, with pork. When him get him by a crack, float out for it, ganja the bother, him just lean back from rubber. It's a food war we in now, and Kura is survivor. Again, it's a food war we are fight, and we must win. It's a food war we are fight. Wow, you think it's all while you get dumpling? It's a food war, no one starving. The man with the most food, he must win. Till it's some more, till it's find some more from August Stone. We hear the lion roar, the beautiful basket. Market, just organic, because Rastaman planted, from the planted.
Boy, I think I don't feel good when me hear Freddie McGregor say, boy, Muta, me I tell you the truth, you know, we dig out some of the grass in that place and plant some vegetable in it, you know. You think me don't feel good? Yes. Yeah, this is Stepping Razor trying to make a difference in the daytime programming of radio and trying to send out a message out there that the youth them can hold on and the big people them can hold on and realize the music can push the message. The disc jock them on the radio for help the music to push a message, because right now we bombarded with so much madness that we have to reverse or turn around the thing and make the thing straight again. And only we can do it. Yes, the power of the microphone and the word sound is the power. So we have to realize how important it is and our job on this microphone now to represent the people in a very serious way. You know what I mean? We are dance. Yeah, the dance, but after the dance, what? Your hungry belly still here? No. You have to work out the thing. The thing have to work out. You understand? We have to work out. Because sometimes sometimes there are some place and I play some music, you know. I mean, while I play the music, I think, boy, my paper them look nice for the tree, you know. Right now, I have a push of that paper and I carry, you know, and I'm a bridge them, I circulate it with, you understand? I big up Calabash again, you know. Calabash restaurant, yes, where I big up me hungry, and where I big up Kush, you know, it just sweet me for know, say, me can plant some things and go share to my brethren them, because when I plant no food for sell it, you know. Me not a big farm and me a plant acres of food, you understand? Me just a plant for say, well, boy, right now. Me love it and it sweet me. It sweet me for know so me can carry a bag of pepper go give me brethren or some celery and parsley and, you know, them way there. It just nice, you understand? And you just create an environment where it just sweet because you look on it and we see all Zofia now, Zofia show me all the colors for him hand. I mean, say the colors them not there again. Because if I rub up in two of them together, and the colors not there again, you know, because I claim so that you never get to see them and all them way there. So, you might think for something else again, you know. Believe you will be the Zofia think for something else again. But we don't know. I mean, you can't do two things one time, you know. You can, what them call it, you know, network, you know. You don't have to give up one and deal with the other, you know. You can't deal with the two of them. So, because we not stop, go all over the place, go read poetry and they on the radio. But you know, so me there my yard, trust me, little dirt have to touch my finger and between my toe, you understand? I saw it go, all when it muddy. Step in, step it.
No matter how me cooking sweet,
I'd heard it, they grab me, anyway. Go wind up Jamelia, you know. Yes. Anyway, Jamila there right now. We know she not listen still, but I'm afraid them a listen. We tell her, say, Jamila just come off a tour and Jamila bring a portion of seed. And Jamila say, Mota, and me and you go down in the bush there, go plant them seed there, whole heap of vegetable seed. So, Jamila, I hope when we wake you up early morning, you don't tell me the foolishness, boy, you're tired from the night before. So, Jamila, she bring her seed them. She say, Mota, me and you go down. So, me chop out the land now, ready to go plant the kale and all these things where you bring. So, yeah, man, we love the vibration there. We love the vibration. She did on tour and she remember, say, a seed we are work with. Yes. Nah, you nobody on this. Okay. So when I tell you about the CD, you know, Bob Marley Legend remix, we want to play this tune here, remix. I think that's Steve Marley remix that one here. And it has the dubstep vibes tonight. So listen. We are go down there, West Street. We love down there to play. Yeah, walk near thing, you know. Even if a man has smoke, you know, say the smoke now affect you. And then we're there and downtown, in the heart of the city. We love it. Yes. Forever young. And this over there. This Sunday. We're going down there again. Music galore. We are talking about vintage music from rocksteady to soul music. Unbelievable. And we do it because we know how to do it. Yes. So, we're there with you, as we are saying, and we are reached to the vibes of the show, you know, where it's 10 minutes past the hour 5 o'clock, and you know, so the show locked down 5:45. You know that, don't it? Yeah, you know that because you listen to it all the while. Kabaka Pyramid.
To all divine empress, when in my arms is no stress, you know? Yeah. No. This one is for my empress. I said I need to know. Cause if I don't know what, then I got my eyes on you, my daughter.
Yes. Speak. Yell. What? Let me stop the tune in our talk. What a terrible thing.
And if you find us watching it, then just try this one. This love thing kinda new, but I'm into it. When we're looking at my heart, I'm into it. I say that is about thing to it.
Yeah, here we go again. Yell. March, April, May. How we are going? Yell. Yeah, step in.
Step in, Mota.
Yeah, blessed man.
Poor man, may I say the Mota?
Yes.
You know, say, a Babylon, when get the youth, the Mota, the ill one time, after them, when bringing the helicopter thing, them. I don't remember them time, but youth used to go ill in time and praise God, you know. And from in time, they take place when get obstructed, you know. Yeah, man. So, right now, the system organize you to go back to plant. They can't just go plant, so because not sell no Mota.
Yeah, but we're not talking about plant for selling now. We have plant to feed yourself, and that we are talking about.
Yeah, feed yourself, but what about the people who are plant to sell?
Yeah, well, you have a man, well, you have to go work it out. You see, you have to go talk to the RAD about that.
Yeah, but the other them coming like them is a border, you know. Them no in no order because them no deal with no in a Mota.
Yeah,
them is just a name. Rather is just a name.
Yeah, well, you see, how me I work it out just now. Me I concentrate on a man who do have no whole heap of land, but him just sit down there and go like him hungry. You know, me I say, yes, go stick something.
Yeah, me understand. Me understand what you're
saying. So the bigger thing now, the bigger picture now, we have to go deal with a bigger reasoning about that, you know, and. You know,
yeah, because me I want a bigger picture, you know.
Yeah,
me a big picture.
So you know, what go on with your farm? Tell me what go on with your farm.
Well, me is a man where I want a place I know where me have to plant. Me always have enough things, but nothing honest. Me do it to sell. Yeah, I love it. Not sell more so.
White now.
And me are the man who call about the gungo, you know. Right now, the gungo them the pan top farm.
No, me ask you, white now sell. White now sell. White now sell.
Well, I find some people now to buy nothing, you know, and me check the rod, what did me call it the last time and I tell me enough things are spoiled. Me check the rod and them say them will buy the $5 a pound. Me agree and them not come buy nothing. Then give me a number, me don't know if I don't do an answer, but me I call the number
answer. Yeah.
I just saw them deal with
you know have a person where you can go to like some supermarket and save them one.
Yeah, that work out. Well, we get a little thing of big up country style. Them to stop by with things 1 and 2 times. You know, people if you check out country style restaurant, they write a story. So they stop and buy them. To them deal with good things. Yeah, man, we have to big them up. We have to big up to buy a little.
Well, you have to extend your marketing then. You have to extend your marketing. Not only that Stone Hill, but you talk about Golden Spring, you talk about Manor Park. You know, you go right down the line, you understand?
Yeah, man, that's what we're doing a motor. But me I say, towards the youth, them still to plant. No, it's hard for a youth to plant and just, because no youth, every youth want to make a change. No youth now go just plant for yam.
Wait the whole on, man. What you see now, you kind of counter-rock where we are trying to do, so no. Me now tell a man, say, him not for go look no work, and him not for work differently. Because me I work, you know.
No, motor. Me now go.
Listen to me, I say. Yeah. When I tell a man, say, for go around the back of him yard and make that be him livelihood, you know. I know that me I talk about.
You understand, man?
Yeah, because me I talk about ones now, like, oh, you have your work, so now, you look at work, but yet still now, when you go home, you have a little place like you get up early in the morning and you juke something on the ground that you can save some money that you don't have to go buy something. So me I tell a man, say, him not figure work separately because when me talk about now go help you to go pay your rent and pay your light bill. When me talk about now, it go help you now to eat something where you personally grow and you're safe and you're sure of that. And also now help you to lessen your market bill, lessen your supermarket bill. But yet till you go out, they go try to get a work still. You go out, they go get your work, you know. And that we are talking about you know, it now go help a man. It go help you. It's going to help a one. If him plant something around the back of the yard, it's going to help him.
I don't say it now go help, but no you no motor directly if you go plant something or if you do something is a money because in a community them want me to know nothing not go on. Every youth to try something else to make a money.
Yeah, him not
go on in a community.
Yeah, you know why nothing not go on because sometimes him not make it go on.
Yeah, that's true.
Him there at the corner, rub him the midline finger and him sit up on the corner, trouble the lady them a pass and all them something and a dance like say my idiot. So when I say, nothing now go on because him now make it go on.
Yeah, that's true. Do something is what you say still.
Yeah, sit up on the corner every day, just a talk about girls and talk about which dance and which session and all them something there.
I can't do that motor because...
No, me not talk about you. Me talk about the youth them where I say, boy, right now, if money no in it, him not do it. Yeah, but we are trying to motivate the one for know, say, why. I know everything bring money. There's certain things now that bring joy in your soul and your heart. And one of the things that we find out, speaking from experience, is go juke something at the ground. I just simple that. We're not going to make millions of dollars.
I want to this time that to praise God when you wake up in the morning and see where you plant or where you come. Then you just give thanks to the Father, you know.
Then if you know that why you try defeat the whole thing, you know, if you say,
no, me not try. I'm not trying to put it away, but me I say...
The youth them get up and realize, say, all of them sit down there and say, not now go on for them, and them now make the thing go on. And them now make the thing go on. Because same like how you get up go plant, him can't get up to and go joke something on the ground. And yet still, if him joke something on the ground, him can't still go. Watch a man. 10 man sit down on a corner and talk about girls and all them something. You know what a 10 man they could have do? Round the back of the yard. And no things him could have do, you know.
Yeah,
because when him sit down, they say him now make no money, you know. When him sit down on the corner, him now make no money.
Most time, waste.
Yes, so we're wrong. Wait, so we're wrong if him go around the back of the yard and plant some food and still now make no money. Him now make no money off of the food, but guess what? You see when the food come, him and them bridge them can go run a boat, run a pot, and not go on this and that, go thief, not now buy nothing. Him just
smoke that's true,
and smoke him herbs and all them something. They said we that we are we not tell a man say boy right now money. Not everything. Most of the things they will bring you joy and no money, you know.
True.
Because a whole heap of man now, he might try to get the money and he might do some evil things to get the money. And him still not get the money. Police shot him.
It end up funny.
Yeah, and they done. You understand? So that's how it goes. So we still have come check you though. Pleasant here. We still have come check you. We don't forget you.
Yeah, man. We just try to build a vibes within what you're saying still. Yeah. That sound like the vibes are built, but I try to build in a moment.
Yeah, man. Go encourage the same youth them where you talk about when sit down on the corner, man. Tell them to come help you plant the food and see if you can sell it. And they're going to say, oh, what you talk about? Reggie, I don't plant nothing, you know. But guess what? You say, hey, You see, like, if them did all your Vibes Cartel are plan some food, you that's how quick all of them run out about them are plan food. Believe, test me. I would have Vibes Cartel plan some food in that prison there.
I tell you something, I want to place where coming like food stuff, me no short of that still, you know.
Yeah, that you tell me. Then,
me no short of them things there because me possess them things. And it's so easy and simple because everything, if you just plant it and say, you know, you don't have to use manure and them things there. Just plant it and say, God.
Yes, and just
leave
it to nature.
Think about say to grow.
Just leave it to nature, man, and nature take care of it. You don't put the seed and make nature take care of the rest.
Yeah, man, you just want to go right morning time and evening time, and if no rain or fall, you get the water
and it done. Yeah, man, that we are working.
Yeah, it's so pretty and nice, no Muta. Just reorganize it still, you know.
Yeah,
you need organization because the system mash up by bigger heads.
We now work no system, you know. We need the individual to know, say, if you have no confidence yourself, you are twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have won even before you have started. A man said that 100 odd years ago, it still maintained itself. So, here we know. It's due to say, go look at a man will fall down if you're not going to pick him up. You understand? So, we just say, within the levels of the consciousness now, you have a whole heap of youth out there. If him sit down on the corner and say, boy, not now go on for him, not now go on for him, and me I tell him, say, boy, right, not now go on for you. So, here we know. Since nothing now go on for you, and you now make no money sit down on the corner, may I show you something that will bring joy to your heart, even though you now make no money on the corner, that you can still go on the corner and see how you can work out making the money. But you know, say, when you go around at the back of your yard, you're going to see some beautiful onion and scallion and thyme and pepper and all them things that you can't carry to give your mother for putting at the pot, that she not have to run go down the market now for stress herself to say, boy, she don't have onion too dear and all them something there. That she can't go reap out too. I don't sweat go.
Yeah.
Yes. $1 million miles start with one step. $1 million start with 1 cent. So we have to work it out that way, the bridget. I mean, I look at now, Rada, Lada, Mada, Kada. I mean, I talk about the Minister of Agriculture, the Minister of whosoever him is now. Me I say, we are sure the youth them say, this is how the thing can work.
I understand what you're saying, but me I lick out by them Rada and them Bada and them Rada.
They will not lick out against them to them Bada, the Rada, so we not Rada, the Bada.
You see the system of them, you know. You see, as you said, the youth, them, if we not build a thing in ourselves, nothing now go on still. And because there is no way we can depend on them and the system.
Yeah, the Bada. Because they make a Bada for Rada. Yeah, they have to make a Bada for Rada that you know have to go buy all these things. Watch out. Man have to buy fertilizer. Man have to buy this. Man have to bring this, that. I mean, I show you a simple way to go through the thing now. And
so simple.
Me not talk about a big farmer.
Yeah. It's simple like A, B, C, D.
It's simpler than that. It's simple like A. You know, like
just
B, C, D.
Just A.
Yeah, it's simple like A, like 1. You know, you have to go 1, 2, 3. It's simple like 1.
Yeah, I just think about it, you know.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, Bridget, yeah?
Give thanks, Muta. Bless her.
Yes. Step in. Yeah, step in. Dubstep style. Step in, yes.
Muta.
Blessed man.
How you doing?
Me there with you, man. Me there with you. Trust me.
All right, Mr. Universe.
Yeah, me know I'm Mr. Universe, man. Where I say?
All right, Muta. Yesterday, Muta, a friend of mine was in Kingston at the Kingston Public Hospital, and a lady up there must live on the bench. So the lady must want help. So he said, must talk to this. He want to talk to the person. He said to the lady, "Is Mr. Universe." The lady was so happy. Was so happy. Say, "Mr. Universe, I'm always here on the radio." And he said, "Yes, man." And me talk to her. And Muta, the lady said she get discharged from the hospital about 3 weeks ago. And she live on the bench at the Kingston Public Hospital. She said her name is Kerry-Ann.
Where said she live on the bench?
Yeah, because she said she was get transferred from the St. Anthony Hospital to the Kingston Public Hospital.
Yeah.
And she get discharged 3 weeks ago, and she's on the bench. And I asked her...
On which bench? The bench down at the hospital?
On the hospital, yeah. Yes. Yes, so she now said... I turned to her and asked if you don't have any family member to receive her. She said no. I said, that they can't afford it.
Them can't afford to receive her, yeah.
Yeah, but he said the hospital is so kind to her, and he want me, Mr. Universe, to make sure me big up the Kingston Public Hospital because she said they give her showers at night.
Okay.
That means that they take good care of her while she's on the bench.
Yes.
But she said to me, she don't like to beg.
So what she going to do? She going to keep living on the bench now, or how that work out now?
Yeah, but when me ask no Muta, it's not saying begging no Muta.
No, me know, but me ask if what is our next move? What is our next move?
I don't know. I don't know. So I'm saying to her that she needs to get in contact with one family member.
Yeah, of course.
You understand, Muta, because she can't live there, even though she said that the people at the Kingston Public Hospital give her showers at night and probably give her a meal.
Yeah.
But she can't continue to live there.
No.
So we are calling on any relevant authority who can help out this nice young lady. You
when you say
understand?
young, what you mean? Like, how old she thinks she is?
She about in her 30 or 40.
A young girl, yes.
A young girl, Muta.
Yeah.
But Muta, she said she don't want to talk to nobody. But when you realize, Mr. Universe, she said, I hear me here on the radio every day, so Muta, people listen to us.
Yeah, so when I ask you know, you appeal to the authorities. What's your name? Where's your name?
Kerry-Ann. She must name Kerry-Ann Thompson.
And where she come from?
I really don't know where she come from, but she said she get transferred from the St. Anthony Hospital
to
the
Kingston Public as well.
Public Hospital.
Yeah, and she did it still. So how long now she done there? How long she done there?
She said she get discharged about 3 weeks ago.
And she there on the bench for 3 weeks, you know?
3 weeks ago, yes.
You're serious?
She's on the bench.
She there on the bench for 3 weeks?
3 weeks, but he said the people at the KPH, they give her showers.
Yeah, me know you said that already, but I say it's a very long time that she sit down there, so I not look for this.
And I look because 3 weeks is almost a month, because 4 weeks make a month.
Yeah.
4 to 5 weeks make 1 month.
Anyway, we hope somebody here where you say, I hope
yeah, man, so we are calling on the relevant authority on behalf of Mr. Universe, Mutabaruka, IRF in the world, strongest. You understand?
Man. Give thanks, man.
Yeah, man, so we are telling people, them say, kind of assist her, because she said she kind of shy and but eventually talk to me.
Well, you not shy,
on the radio.
Yes.
You understand, Muta?
Give thanks, man, yeah?
Yeah, man, all right. Big up Ellie Skeleton, yeah?
Yeah, blessed.
All right, I love her.
Mommy, the countdown to Disney World this August has begun. Yes, Kimmy, and with all that brushing with our...